From Washington, this is VOA News. I'm Michael Brown reporting. After weeks of criticizing North Korea's nuclear weapons ambitions, U.S. President Donald Trump said Monday he would be honored to meet with Pyongyang's leader Kim Jong-un under the right circumstances to discuss the issue. Sean Spicer is the White House spokesman.
Well, the president understands the threat that North Korea poses, and he will do whatever is necessary under the right circumstances to protect our country from the threat that they pose.
How would that be an honor?
Well, Jonathan, I guess because he is still a head of state, so it is sort of there's a diplomatic piece to this. But the bottom line is the president's going to do what he has to do. Right now, he's building a coalition in the region to isolate North Korea, both economically and diplomatically, to get the threat, to take that threat down.
Congressional reactions have been mixed to Trump's assertion that he would be honored to meet with Kim. VOA's Senate correspondent Michael Bowman has more.
Saying that the United States of America would be honored to receive them. I think it is bad policy and sends a wrong message to millions of people around the world who look to America for moral leadership.
I think you'd have to have some parameters before such a meeting took place, but I'd be very skeptical.
President to president? I don't know, but I think it's never harmful to talk.
That was Bowman speaking with some congressional individuals, members up on Capitol Hill. The White House said there is no Trump-Kim meeting in the offing, and it won't occur unless North Korea ends its provocative behavior in pursuit of nuclear weapons. For details on much more news, we invite you to join us at our website. That is voanews.com. From here in Washington, this is VOA News. A spokesman for Mr. Trump said the decision to invite authoritarian Philippine President Rodrigo Duterte and other East Asian leaders to the White House is part of a strategy to isolate North Korea. But it was the invitation to the firebrand Duterte that touched off shockwaves on Capitol Hill and infuriated the global human rights community. Duterte is downplaying any role he might have in assisting the U.S. with North Korea.
But I said, Mr. President, I do not think that you can scare Kim Jong-un with firepower.
So,
last 2 minutes. Our greatest chance there of getting some dialogue with America and North Korea would be through the intercession of China.
Philippine President Rodrigo Duterte. South Korea said on Tuesday that a U.S. anti-missile system, that is now operating and can defend against the North Korean missiles. A Defense Ministry spokesman said the Terminal High Altitude Defense System, or THAAD, has early capability to respond to North Korea's nuclear and missile threat. The spokesman did not comment on when Washington and Seoul expected to complete the THAAD deployment. Human Rights Watch is accusing Syrian government forces of using deadly nerve gas on 4 occasions in recent months, including the April 4th chemical attack on Khan Sheikhoun that killed nearly 100 people. In a report issued Monday, the rights group said forces loyal to Syrian leader Bashar al-Assad also carried out gas attacks last December and in March of this year. The Human Rights Report urges the UN Security Council to immediately adopt a resolution calling on all parties to fully cooperate with investigators from the Organization for the Prohibition of Chemical Weapons and adopt sanctions against anyone UN investigators find to be responsible for these or past chemical attacks in Syria. The U.S. State Department has issued a travel alert for what it called the continued threat of terrorist attacks throughout Europe. The alert, which expires in September, cites recent incidents in France, Russia, Sweden, and Britain that the State Department says shows the ability of Islamic State, Al-Qaeda, or others to carry out attacks. An alert is less severe than a travel warning, which the department issues to direct people to consider very carefully whether they should visit a country at all. For more news, we invite you to join us at our website, that is voanews.com. From here in Washington, I'm Michael Brown reporting.
That's the latest world news from VOA.